Hi, happy day. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miriam. I am an intuitive. I speak with the angels. I speak with your guides. I am an oracle. um, in a day, if you're seeing my face, it's because you're supposed to hear what I'm about to say. And this is a little bit of a heavy topic, actually. Um, and it's about I'm just gonna be real about it. I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say, okay? And if it offends or hurts your feelings, it most likely it's because it's hitting some type of chord, and then that means there's something for you that they telling you that, okay? You have been a gardener in the in war. You have been a gardener in war. Um, Even though you were a warrior in the garden, you have let people take advantage of you. And honestly, you've taken advantage of people too. It just is what it is. That's kind of what people do. I'll say it this way so then it's a little bit more, I'll say it about me as opposed to about you. So it makes it easier for me to say to you. In my life, I've had trouble setting boundaries. I'm a bit better with it now, but for the most part, I'm a very giving person. And usually that attracts people who want to take. And because of that, people have taken from me since I was very young. They have taken inappropriate things from me. They have taken energy from me. They have taken time from me. Um, and I didn't realize that I was attracting so many people like this into my life because of the energy I was putting out, which was to give, to give to people, giving them kindness, giving them the benefit of the doubt, giving them a grain of salt whenever they were telling me their lies. There were people who thought that they loved me, who treated me worse than an enemy would. There were people who I thought I could trust, um, and they took advantage of that. And that's been something throughout my life. And if you're seeing me, you're probably somebody who's had this too. Or you're the person who has taken. I've taken from people too. I've taken their time and their energy. I don't think I've ever taken people's money. That's not true. I stole change out of my mom's car once. Oh, I got so much trouble. But I take because we take sometimes. I remember being young as a teenager and going through my stuff, and I really did feel like people. It was through this like figuring out oneness at an age that I didn't have the maturity to understand the wisdom, and so it was like having a power and not being responsible with it. And so I often found myself in these situations where people were taking advantage of my kindness, and then I would, in response, change how I acted. So then I wouldn't be taken advantage of. It was hard for me to maintain because when it comes down to it, I believe in people and I love people and I'm a child of God. And even though so early in my life I was treated like not a child of God, and even times I treated myself like not a child of God, I was a child of God in the same way that you are, in the same way that you could be a really good person or you could be a really bad person. Just depends on the moment. Just depends on the day. Depends on the choice. Great people can do horrible things, and horrible people can do great things. It doesn't matter who you've been in the past. It doesn't matter if you still have that guilt. If you are willing to put in the work to heal it, if you feel like you've hurt people in the past and you're able to have those conversations, have those conversations. Because honestly, ugh, I'm going to say something too. The people that I have attracted in my life have been predatory. Um, but everything in the food chain eats something. And so when things happen to you, I'm just back to talking to you. It's hard for me to keep talking about me because they just want me to talk to you. When things happen to you whenever you were younger, um, there was like this tide of predator energy that was created. Um, and sometimes that makes it to where you're attracted to them in some way. And when I say predatory, like a predatory nature, it doesn't just mean like the worst of the worst predators, not to catch. But it is still a predatory nature, which is being advantageous or being opportunistic, as opposed to doing it the right way. It's like a sneaking. It's like a, I need to know. I need to take what I can take. I need to get what I can get. And when you're in that mindset, that's a mindset of desire, and that's a low vibration. Not necessarily like it's like it's wanting, needing to consume information. Even by watching this is a consumption. In this moment, you are needing to take something in to remind yourself or to remind you that you have the answers within yourself. A lot of times, the reason why these messages can even make any sense to you is because you've already done the work, you've already done the listening, you've already done the observation. But it feels better when it comes from somebody else because it's validating. Otherwise, you just feel like you're thinking it to yourself, or you feel like, oh, I'm having these epiphanies. Then you want to share them right away, as opposed to fully comprehending them and sitting them with them for a while. That want to share right away is an ego. That want to um, have access um, to people's emotions and their thoughts, and like to have a power, um, and that's like why you're on this journey, is an ego. It shouldn't be to necessarily have a power. It shouldn't be for anything. It just is simply what it is. Like just being what you are. Um, this is very esoteric stuff. So it probably is just sounding like a random loop, but if you're here, it's because you're meant to understand it. You own nothing, and nothing owns you. You came into this world naked with nothing. You came here with nothing. Nothing is yours. Nothing is yours. Nothing is yours. Nothing has ever been yours. You could sign a million papers and say, this is mine. It's not yours. You can like something really, really bad and just want to have it, but you just, it's not yours. Nothing is yours. The only thing that's yours is yourself. Literally, is yourself. You own objects, you drive objects, you move around with objects and things, and you have a a place, that you go to, which is a place. You have these things, you do the stuff. But quite literally, a lot of that stuff you don't need. There are certain things we need as human beings to survive: food, water, shelter, because of warmth. Really, it's just the warmth. You don't even really need shelter, you just need good weather. But if it isn't good weather, you need some protection from the weather. And that's all about location, location, location. There are plenty of societies that their shelters are quite minimal because they only really need to protect you from the rain every once in a while. For a long, long time. And now it's so important for us to have things. I have this, and here's my this, and here's my that, and here's my this, and let me get this, and let me get it, let me take it, let me get it, let me get it, let me get it. Give it to me. Give it to me. And it's this instant gratification. And it's because we are meant to have a life where you're able to relax. Have a life where you're actually able to love yourself in a way that is healthy, in a way that you can love everyone in a way that's healthy, in a pure way. Understanding what it's like to actually give love in such a pure way that has no other thing to it. I mean, honestly, the more people go into this energy, it's an ebb and flow. So people may rise all the way up. And so I'm going to say some stuff here. Like Gandhi and Mother Teresa were really good people historically, and then you look at their history and then you see that they did things that were confusing. Like Gandhi was Gandhi, and allegedly, according to his practices, he would sleep with children in the bed with him to test his temptation. I don't know what happened. I don't know those people. I was never there. I mean, we're all one and all that stuff, but I don't know. I have no idea. When you hear about priests, and all of that, these are people who are close to God, and yet they do these unspeakable things. When you elevate yourself, you are not safe from being a bad person. You are not all of a sudden, just because you have an ego death doesn't mean that you are now pure of heart. It is through your intentions of what are you trying to satisfy whenever you're doing anything. Because the only thing that's meant to be there is love and kindness and honestly, okay, so there's this thing. So there that it's notorious that happens in the spiritual community as people are rising their elevations. They and they so they'll like, I'm celibate, I'm celibate, I'm celibate, and now I'm down at the whorehouse. Like I am like, and it's like things that they never would have been okay with before. Or maybe that they thought of but were never fully tempted, but because they were like doing this for so long and they were seeing the benefits of it. Oh, I'm sweaty. And they were seeing the benefits of it and it was great. Oh yeah, I'm so, but now the plummet, because as high as you go is as low as you go. So when you're only focusing on the high and then not doing the shadow work, doing the what's below work, you're gonna go plummeting down and be forced to do the work. And if you don't do the work, the consequences are something that you have to live with in a way that sometimes it's completely something that you can't forgive about yourself. I accepted long ago that I don't know what this life is going to bring me. And because so much of this life brought a lot of pain and a lot of mistrust in the world. Voice cracking, pardon, throat chakra. um, I had a lot of mistrust in this world, which meant I trusted that the world could not be trusted. I didn't want to live in fear anymore because all of my life was fear. And realizing all the emotions that were connected to fear, my anger, my desires, my want for human connection, a lot of it was through fear and not through love. And resetting that over the years has been no easy feat. And it's a lot easier said than done to say, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. There's so much stuff to unpack. Like, love is an active choice that you make each day in this relationship with yourself. And maybe starting with liking yourself, you know, because honestly, sometimes people just really don't even like themselves. They haven't even gotten to know them. Have, they just know that for some reason they were doing something wrong at one point, or that they need to do this, or they need to do that, or whatever. But when you're on this journey of love, because you have found me, you're on a journey of love. Um, Eventually, you're gonna find someone who you can partner with because you have loved yourself properly, and it's someone you haven't even seen their face yet. If you're hearing this, it's because you're supposed to know that there's somebody there for you. There is. And the only way to get to them is by spiritually really doing the work on your on your stuff. Like, I recommend looking up showing discernment and energy levels so you can see which energy and frequency is with what emotion, and being able to recognize and observe that in yourself, and then being able to see that and observe it in other people when people are angry or happy or whatever. um, where are they at in energy levels? So then because you're able to discern that, you're able to know who you want to hang out with, you're able to know where you're going to be. I feel safe in my life knowing that the universe sends me good people. The universe sends me curious people. And even when people are in a lot of pain and really sick, when they're around, I'm able to understand that. And it's not just people who are near me, it's people who are afar. It is people who are in the same collective as me. People who y'all are, I mean, I'm not gonna say necessarily family because family's kind of odd for me. I don't really have a big family. Um, but being in the same collective, being able to hear these things from me, and me be able to connect with you guys here on my page is 2020. As I say this, quite simply, it's scary putting myself out there um, for a whole bunch of people to see. People don't know me, um, but they are getting to know me. I don't really know these people, you know, and And I say that because I know it's scary for you to put yourself out there, for you to put your your content out there. You might be worried about all the people who are on the internet who are just trying to take something from you because people have taken so much from you. And you're scared. And living in fear. Because any person, 2112 as I say this, any of those people that are on this internet, like the whole world has access to the internet pretty much. And when everybody can be good and everybody can be bad, and whenever you are someone who has dealt with that and has been a victim to victimization, but still don't want to be victimized again, and perhaps I'm talking to someone who's a bit more afraid of doing the wrong thing too, or saying the wrong thing, or causing harm as well. It's not only the harm that could be caused to you, but the harm that you could be causing to people by saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing. And also, when you're talking about stuff like this, whenever you're speaking divine things to people, it can be so many things in their soul depending on what they are working on. Sometimes people are full of graciousness and thankfulness, and then the next thing could be something that's so triggering that they're angry. And if they haven't done the work, they don't know what to do. Honestly, throughout spirituality, as you grow, as you change, what you'll notice, and this is on both sides, a masculine or feminine energy, you'll become more of a sex symbol. You'll become somebody who is, people are drawn to your energy, and it feels like it's a sexual energy that they want because they can't discern what the actual energy is. Because as humans we produce and reproduce life sexually, our energy feels sexual, but that's because our root chakra is what's fueled. So a lot of times harnessing that energy and pulling it all the way up to the heart chakra and then on, and letting that fuel the rest of your chakras, that will allow it to be a pure desire as opposed to one that would be exploited. Um, Look, I'm grown. Okay, I'm grown, and majority of y'all on here are grown. Okay, so when it comes to, there's different types of desires. There's different types of attractions and loves and all of that, and getting to know what those feel like in you, so then you can then comprehend what these relationships are to you, will then help you understand what the exchange of energy is. So then you're putting the money where it's supposed to go, because the energy, like, what if you're talking with somebody, if you're absorbing anything, any type of content, music, video, movie, whatever it is, if you're absorbing that, that's some type of energy wave. What is that? What is that energy? Um, and try and align yourself with energy that is going to be something that is for your better self. Um, yeah, just for your better self. Anywho, this ended up being longer than expected. I saw 2020 or 2424 earlier. But anyway, lovies, much love. I'm gonna be, it's Sunday. Oh, 8:58 my time. People keep asking me where I am. I'm in Colorado. Hi. I thought I said that. But it might be in one of my way earlier videos. So I don't expect everybody to see everything. Um but yeah. That's 8:58 here Mountain Time. And nope, just went to 8:59. Anyway, I'm gonna go live my life as long as I am given the gift to live it. Um, and in the meantime, ladies, much love to all of you. Um, I'm sending y'all pure healing love, unconditional love, and know that there's always a choice between choosing to live towards fear or love. And sometimes fear makes you respond in really strange ways. And sometimes love makes you respond in strange ways. Fear and love can make you obsessed either way. And your life is meant to be of your free will, not not constantly craving something, not constantly wanting for something. And if there's anything that you want so bad and you can't have it, or if you want so bad and you just know that it's like that it's not there and you keep pushing for it, whenever that's essentially you telling the universe that you would rather choose a dead end road than to choose the path that they have for you. Like, say if you're in love with this grocery worker, or whatever, and and you know that that grocery worker is dedicated to the grocery job. You know, they're just not going to do anything. They're kind to you. They're nice to you. All these things. But all along, there's been a customer every single time you come in there to flirt with that grocery worker. There's been a customer in the line 2 spaces behind you who's the perfect person for your soul, who doesn't make you want or make you feel like you aren't getting enough or that you're craving something more from them. Because with the grocery worker, they're always leaving you wanting a little bit more. It's not it's nothing personal. It's just they're doing their job. They can't even notice. They got so much stuff on their mind. They can't even tell that you're being more than just nice to them and kind to them. That you're showing an interest to them in any other way. They aren't even available in that way. They're just not. They're an 80-year-old woman. they're asexual. They don't even know. They don't even know what that is. They're just bagging their groceries. The groceries for you. They're just doing their job. Meanwhile, there's somebody who's looking for love, and they're looking for love that's you. And your eyes are somewhere else, and all they can do is long for you in the same way that you are longing for the cashier. Take a look around you. It's hard to really see around you, but take a look around you. There's someone perfect for you. You are about to meet them. You would not be seeing my face if you weren't about to meet them. I'm not saying that I'm Cupid. I'm just saying this has been the pattern in my life. Gosh, I'm talking for a long time today. But if you're seeing my face, it is because you are about to find your person. If you haven't, like, I mean, there are, like, here, let me explain how the connection's going to feel. It's going to feel instant both ways. Like, they're going to be like, You're saying things I never knew that I needed to hear and healing them. And the way that they say it to you, you're going to feel validated. And the fact that you're going to be loved the way that you deserve to be loved. In your specific dialect, in your specific souls. Like, certain people's souls, like, even if they're amazing colors separately, as soon as you put them together, it turns into a bad color. That's such a beautiful color. Yes, it is. And that's such a beautiful color. Yes, it is. But when you put them together, they just make the worst color. It doesn't make any less mean any less to the individual people and their colors. It just means that they're meant to be with a different in a different picture, in a different spot of the puzzle. It doesn't mean that you can't still appreciate those people and still have love for them. It is so much more important for you to have love for yourself and to have dignity for yourself, to accept that you deserve pure love. You deserve somebody who chases you. You deserve somebody who is desperate for you in a way that they still are whole and complete. That they're just like, I want to create magic with you. I want to pray with you. I want to do all these things and really grow your spirit in a way that only two partners can do when they have both decided to love each other and to devote to each other. And it's going to feel weird and it might happen very rapidly. You might get something like every 4 days you meet them one day, and then 4 days later it's this and this and then this and then this and then this. And it's so important for you to be ready for that journey. And you're going to think they're cute. You're going to be attracted to them. For some reason, that's what I'm hearing. Is that's what you're worried about? It's like, okay, well, they're cool and all that, but like, I want them to be attractive. And I keep seeing all these people who are like perfect for me, but then they're not available, or that it's this or it's this. Like, I get it. I get it. Like, honestly, I feel like a mom right now, like talking to a kid about, baby, when it comes to love, it's always going to end in heartbreak. Either they'll leave you, or you'll leave them, or one of you will die. Your heart's going to break, period. People choose to love and give people their heart and give people the chance to break it. So quit falling in love with people, or trying to fall in love with people, because you're not even fully in love with people who aren't for you. Because you know when they're not for you. You do. You are an intuitive being. You also be talking to the guides. I mean, you may not have accepted it yet, but it's true. They be talking to you. 3322. 3322? I've been talking for this long? This is very important. Oh my lord. It hasn't even felt like that long. I've just been rambling. But when it comes to your love, it will feel right. It won't feel like you need to, okay, let me give and let me give and let me give and let me see what I can do and let me find out and let me do this and let me this and let me that. You don't have to do any of that. It's just going to feel so natural. And it's like, I can see this person. Like, and this is like literally, I mean, it's not, it's not even that crazy for this many people to be meeting their people. This is a time where it's just meant to happen. Finally getting around to make those connections that the universe was trying to make, that God was trying to make for you guys 9 years ago. Oh my gosh. You've been waiting this long to love yourself, to accept that you deserve love? And how many times are you still going after people that it's not even about like whether or not they're good for you? Like, it's not like you're attracted to people who are necessarily bad people. They have good things about them. That's why you're attracted to them. But the energy signature is just slightly off. It just is. Like, it's like taking two different perfumes And then all of a sudden it smells like, I love the smell of certain perfumes. Whenever I spray it on me, it literally turns sour. I cannot wear cool water. And I'm a water sign. And I can't wear cool water. It literally turns sour on me. I just can't have it. I mean, I can. I'll smell in a way I don't like. I also can't eat gluten. Some people, that's all, they can eat all gluten all day. That's not me. That's not one of them. I didn't know that until I was grown. I was probably 28, 29 whenever I discovered, or 28, whenever I really discovered that. I had been living in pain for so long. This is you in love. You've been eating, what in love gluten have you been having? You're like, that croissant looks so good. And you keep getting that croissant. Quit eating that croissant. And especially if you have a type that you keep going for and all that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay? You listen to mom, okay? You listen to your mother. I should stop saying something like that. People like to hear that, so in different ways. So I really shouldn't be saying that. Okay, I'm done. I'm actually done now. That feels good. I feel cleansed. I feel cleansed. I did take a shower, as you can tell. Anyway, wow, I really feel lighter though. I really do feel a lot better now that I've said that and it's done. And that it's done. So actually, in the meantime, lovies, I'm gonna go. Oh, look at all this energy. Okay, I'm gonna go do my life. As long as I am blessed with the time to be here, I am going to go live my life. Um, and I'm sending everyone much love. In the meantime, keep a lookout for those numbers and stay synchronized.